Good morning, quarantine. I am here this morning because it is time for me to touch up my roots. I understand as this goes on for not quite 3 months yet, that this is something that's causing some people some anxiety. Um, I am 47. I've been dyeing my own hair since I was 17, so I have 3 decades experience doing this. It seems some people have 0 days experience dyeing their own hair, so I want to show you how easy it is to touch up your roots. Now, if you're trying to replicate something like an ombre or highlights, this is not the video for you. This is for somebody who has a fairly homogeneous color that they want to maintain just to get rid of the gray roots. Warning, this video might not be appropriate content for hairdressers because it'll probably, oh my gosh, what are you doing? So I'm going to go ahead and show you. I have got my hair dye here. This is a box kit. It is the cheapest kit you can get. And note, this is the third touch-up I have gotten from this box of dye. Just because you're getting the cheapest $4 a box hair dye doesn't mean you have to use it all at once. You can get added value. So I generally get $12 worth of value out of a $4 box. And this is a lot cheaper than buying touch-up kits, which are overpriced compared to just using a regular box of dye and measuring out. Now, this is my last touch-up on this box of dye. So I'm just going to be using the bottles. But if this were the first or second time I was touching up from this box, I would be taking this. This is just the cap off of a bottle of laundry detergent. Waste not, want not. As you can see, I'm pretty thrifty. And this is a cheap hair dye brush that I got at Sally for like $2. I measure fairly equal amounts of developer and dye into this laundry detergent cap. I stir it up with the brush and I brush it on. But today I'm going to be using the bottle with the tip. I don't have a tripod. I don't have a camera person. And that's because this is so easy that I can do it with one hand, except for the part where I'm screwing the lid onto the dye bottle. So I'm going to start by putting a little bit of Aquaphor on my hairline. You can use any kind of cream, lotion, petroleum jelly, just anything to give your skin a little protection. I don't always do that. If I'm going to be out of the house, I might not, or in the house, I might not do that. But I'm doing that to show you that that's how you can protect your forehead. And then I'm going to pour the dye into the developer. And here's my little hint. One way to minimize your cleanup is to do this process in your bathroom sink, because it is a lot easier to clean dye off of your porcelain than to clean it off your bathroom counter. So it's just a little time saver there. Oh, look, I even managed to screw the lid on with one hand, so I really can do this whole process one-handed. And then I'm gonna shake it up. And then I'm going to, you see, this is why I put on the Aquaphor. I'm gonna wipe this off a little. I'm gonna lean over the sink. And I'm just going to start at the hairline and go back. Now, if you are planning to dye your hair a new color, maybe you have a more complicated dye job and you want to simplify it because you recognize that it's not going to be safe to go to your hairdresser for a while. Right now in King County, Washington, we are still in phase 1 of our reopening And we are not going to be going to phase 2 on June 1st, which is in line with the data. This is a good decision. And I am one of those people who is personally, I'm looking at the data. I'm looking at what happens in other states, counties, or countries that reopen. And what I'm seeing is spikes in the cases of coronavirus. And so my feeling is when local authorities say a certain type of activity can reopen, I'm going to wait 2 weeks and see if people start getting sick again before I go do that myself. Because I think local governments are more concerned with the economy than with whether it's actually safe. So I have gone through once, and as you saw, I have a wide tooth plastic comb that I use to comb it back through, making sure I'm saturating the roots. And when I have combed this through, what I'm going to do is pull the bottom of my hair, which I have not saturated, up into a bun. And then I'm actually going to go do a standing cardio workout, about 20-25 minutes. And then I'm going to hop in the shower. I'm going to rinse this off, and I'm going to treat my hair with coconut oil. The kits do come with after dye conditioner. 2 reasons I'm using something different. One is the conditioner that comes with this particular dye has a strong scent that bothers me. So I try not to use that. But also, I really need that extra moisturization from the coconut oil because I have not had a hair trim since last June. As you can see, my hair is pretty long. I might be reaching the point where I'm looking to figure out how to trim my own hair or have a family member trim it. If you have a link to a great video tutorial on that, please drop it in my comments. I would appreciate it because, like I say, I'm not going to a salon anytime soon, even if the county says they are reopened. Okay, I did get some dye on my face, but you know what? Where am I going today? You know, a lot of this will come out in the shower, but it really doesn't matter because who am I trying to impress? The other people walking down the street when I take my walk? No. I'm going to post this video and then I will be back after I have washed my hair and dried it so you can see what it looks like.